Good morning, Jackson students. I have Angela Cortez here from Mrs. Vasquez's fifth grade class to say the pledge. Come on up, Angela. How are you? Good. Place your right hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much and have a great Monday. I just have a few announcements. So STEAM this week is for grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I will meet with the students in the classroom and they will need their Chromebooks. One other announcement is we are going to be starting after school STEAM clubs at the end of January. So a note will be going home this week, and I just want to give you an idea of what the clubs are going to be. So there'll be 5 teachers, and this will be just for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students right now. And it will start at the end of January and run through February. It will be for 5 weeks, 8 sessions, so 8 different times. It will be on Mondays and Tuesdays after school until 4:15. You need a parent note and permission signed and returned no later than the deadline date, which is next week, Wednesday. The STEAM clubs will include Lego robotics, and this is where students that are interested in what the Lego team does will be programming EV3 robots in Lab 404. And then we'll have a STEAM variety. This will be a variety of different activities, such as Bloxel, Cubelets, virtual reality, Little Bits, Lego We Do, and maybe some other possibilities. We'll also have a coding club, and this will be through CS First. So it will be like your Scratch programming that you guys should be familiar with a little bit. And stop motion animation. This is like claymation or moving objects, and then you create a movie to make it look like those objects are actually moving. And then the last one will be iMovie. So you'll use like the green screen technology and apps and the iMovie app that's available on iPads. So I hope that gets you interested. A note I said we'll be going home this week, and you'll need to have it back by next week, Wednesday. We can only take those students that bring them back on time, and then we'll divide everybody up into a club of their choice. So Mrs. Everhart is here for a few other announcements this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am just here for our cool tools for the Monday morning in January. So we started talking on Friday, we had our PBIS assembly, and we're talking about self-control. And self-control is a character trait that you will be able to use everywhere, all the time, from now until you're an adult, and pretty much every single day. I know I need a lot of self-control when I see cookies in the teacher's lounge because I want to eat them all because they are delicious. I love cookies. But what we're talking about this month, like I said, self-control, and we hear a lot about it, especially when we're talking about our emotions. And I really liked how 2nd grade, when they did the assembly, they showed the stoplight. And that's something that myself and Mrs. Bush show in guidance lessons as well. So I'm just going to quick review that, because I think this is a really good tool that you as students as well as adults will be able to remember and help throughout the school day. So we have our stoplight right here. And it says stop, think, and act. So there are obviously red, yellow, and green. Stop, think, and act. And there are certain things that we want to remember to do when we think about the stoplight. So the first one is stop. Okay? When we stop, we need to really stop what we're doing and use the tools that we have given you to either calm your body down or say to yourself, you know what, I really need to stop and think about what is happening. Because when you stop and if you take the deep breaths, or you ask your teacher if you could go for a walk, or use an iMessage to let them know how you're feeling, you're going to be able to really reflect on what it is that you are doing. So the first one is you stop. The second one is think. Okay? Now when I talk to say think, you want to think about not only what it is that you're upset about, but you want to think about the consequences, good or bad, because there are good consequences. So a good consequence, let's say for example, of walking quietly down the hall with your whole class, you might get a purple ticket. If you are running down the hall, a bad consequence might be you fall and hurt yourself. So you want to stop and think about what could happen if I do this, and really think about how could you solve the problem. So stop and think, and then act. And I like to interchange this with choose. So choose what the best solution would be. Now I know that we have talked a lot about this in guidance with problem solving, and we go through the step. So when you choose the best solution, because remember, you are in charge of every single thing that you do. So if you choose to make a good choice, or if you choose to really stop and calm your body down and maybe walk away from the situation or go and talk to a teacher, it's all about the choices that you make. So act on or choose the best solution that will solve the problem. So whenever you're faced with the conflict, or you are stopping and thinking that, you know what, I really need to show my self-control right now, or your teacher says, oh, make sure that you calm your body down, take some deep breaths, always think about that stop light. Stop, think, and act. Okay, boys and girls, I don't know if Mrs. Marshall has anything else, but it is a wet Monday. It is raining, so I hope everyone brought their rain gear and boots and coats, but I hope you have a great Monday, and it's just going to be amazing. I know it is. Okay, have a good one, guys.